Hi everyone, how are you doing today? Today I want to speak to you about something that's quite important, and actually it's something that I have my own experience about, and a lot of the things that I talk to people about are things that I've been through in my own life too at some stage or another. And so if you're somebody that's been through a lot of things in your own life and have learned how to overcome them, maybe you too are already helping tons of people with the advice that you give and stuff like that. So anyway, I'll tell you a little bit about it. Now, I had a really challenging childhood, and what was worse than that was that after I had grown up, I decided to relive everything about my childhood into my adult days. So I can tell you, believe it or not, I'm a grandmother now, and I have a son. He's 23. And so I've lived quite a long time, and I found out quite a few things along the way. But the most important lesson I think ever you could learn is that if you do not forgive people who you believe have done things to you that were not in your best interest and that have hurt you, you are continuing to hurt yourself. So what do I mean by that? I know that sometimes people think, well, I couldn't possibly forgive them for the disgusting things that I experienced in my life, or I couldn't possibly get over it. It's too hurtful, it's too awful, it's too this, it's too this. What I learned is that people's unique experiences are as hurtful to them as the worst thing that you could possibly think of. And so sometimes we hear the saying that, people are given what they could bear and so on. I think that for the most part, many people could find experiences in their past that are keeping them in a situation of resentment or anger or frustration, or maybe even being a victim, maybe even saying bad things always happen to me, and it's not fair because such and such was born with a silver spoon in their mouth, and they've always had it so easy. And so today I want to invite you to consider that is not a helpful or useful way to continue on the rest of your life. And again, I'm talking from experience. I'm talking from my experience. I'm talking from the experience of other people that I know and other people that I've had the pleasure of working with, and even friends of mine. We can always find somebody who has had an experience and is hanging on to it, and it becomes their story. It's not, hi, I'm Nadia. It's, hi, I'm Nadia who had a difficult childhood and I'm angry and all of this stuff, right? So the reason I'm talking about this today with you is that you may feel that you deserve an apology for what you have experienced, and you may feel as if somebody at least acknowledged the terrible pain that you endured and suffered, and the fact that you're here, standing here today, is a miracle all in itself. And I agree with you. Why not? Yes. Sometimes we can go through the most awful things in life, and just getting through it feels like, my God, if you had to go through what I had to go through, I don't think you would have made it. But now that you have made it, what about now? Where are you going to go from here on in? Is this always going to be your story? Hello, I am such and such who experienced this, and because of that, don't expect me to be a reasonable person, or don't expect me to be a positive person, because you don't know, child, what I've been through. And if you were to go through that, right, is that your story? Is that what you're holding on to today? Is that your identity? Is that what you believe should be your stamp? Is that what people will say about you? Do they say, yeah, she's all right, but she's angry? Or do they say, well, don't get under his skin, or don't upset him, because if you do, you'll get it, or so on. So I'm talking about some things that might not be cute to talk about, but somebody should tell you, and I've taken it upon myself to be the one to do it. So today I'm saying to you, are you wearing your story on your sleeve? Is your story the reason why you're not happy? Is your story the reason why you're not making it? Is your story the reason why you're not in love? Is your story the reason why you don't have the money you want? Or is your story the reason why you're not having the life experience you want today? Because if your story was so bad, wouldn't you like to let it go? Wouldn't you just like to step out of that now? Because what would that be like? What would that be like to reinvent who you are and to create a brand new story, to write the story that you wanted to happen and to make that your reality? What would that be like? Now, that's not an easy task. That's not easy. That's not gonna happen overnight. And that's going to take some effort. But guess what? It took some effort for you to reinvent the story of your past, the story of your pain, the story of why you're not up to par, right? So I'm inviting you today, and I'm being a bit firm with you because enough is enough. And I would say, when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired, and when you get sick and tired of going through depression and low self-esteem and low self-worth and a lack of confidence and anxiety attacks and whatever else it is that you're treating yourself to in this moment, when you get tired of that, there is something else, right? You've got to let go of it. You've got to let it go. And how you let it go is to begin to forgive. And forgiveness is a process, you guys. It's not easy. But this is your first invitation to hold my hand and to walk with me in forgiveness for those people that offended you, that hurt you, and that before this moment you said destroyed your life. Because nobody can destroy your life. You're stronger than that. And you're better than that. And you're bigger than that. And there's more for you than that. That couldn't just be it. You wouldn't just be here for that. There's more. So believe with me today that you can learn how to forgive. And all you have to do is learn how to forgive. So if you're doing the other stuff, if you're believing in yourself and you got your gratitude journal going on and you're thinking positive thoughts and getting positive images and positive pictures going on in your mind instead of that old bleak, dark stuff, then in time, everything's going to look a lot different, okay? So if you've already began your journey of healing and forgiveness and forgiving them so that you can have your freedom and so that cannot be a priority for you anymore, and they never have to know about it, that you've forgiven them. This is something that happens in your heart, in your mind, in your body, in your soul. If you have done this work already or you've began to do this work, I really invite your comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you'd like to make a video response about this, I welcome you. And again, let's do it, you guys, and let's make it fun. Let's, it's not going to change unless you grab it by the horns and you put all that anger into something that's going to work for you. Because you know what? You are worth it, and I said so. I believe in you 100%. I don't care what your situation is. I'm so sorry that you experienced it. Now let's make a difference. Let's change, okay? So I've got a lot more tips and bits for you, and I invite you to subscribe so that you can get all this good stuff. And I love to hear from you. I'll speak to you soon. Have a great day. Bye, 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 bye.